Hey everybody, it's Cartoon Corruption. Just getting everything set up here. Yeah, if you're watching, please go ahead and hit the like button so that it shows the stream to everybody. We can get more people in here. I was going to start off a little bit by drawing some, and then I'll talk about episode 7, and I'll probably take some questions. But I had something set up already here. Let's see, I got a few characters. I was going to use Alexander, maybe in this next episode. So I was probably going to draw something with Alexander. Uh, I might do another scary version of Pedro. I'm not sure. I think Daddy Pig could use some more scary versions of him. So I was definitely going to work on him. I might start with Daddy Pig. So what I usually do is I have a layer with the original character, and I'll just make a rough sketch to get his general shape. And for Daddy, I'm just going to start with the head for right now. I think I might make the bottom of his head a different shape. So I'm going to leave that. I was thinking about having a tall, scary, kind of hungry looking version of Daddy Pig. Um, that's what I think I'm going to make the bottom of his face a little different shape. This guy might be in the next Backrooms. The next episode is going to be Backrooms. You guys voted for it, so I'm still making that. It might be another week or two, but this one should be better than the last one. I was playing around with a lot of stuff. A lot of this is still new to me. Hello, Mohammed. I can see your comments. Hey, everybody. Glad to see you here. I'm just trying to make some characters for the next episode. If you guys have any ideas for something you'd like to see in the next episode, the Backrooms, let me know in the chat and I'll read it later. And I'll definitely try to work anything you guys want to see in. Any monsters. I've used bacteria so far. I was thinking about making Peppa EXE a more central part of this episode. It is Peppa EXE Tales, and in the last few episodes, I've kind of gotten away from having Peppa EXE be the main villain, and I was kind of wanting to do some more of that. I don't guess it always has to be like that, but this version of Daddy Pig might look a little off, but that's usually what I do is I make like 3 or 4 diversions, scary versions of a character, and then I'll kind of go back and then look through them and make any changes that I want. If this one could have a big grin, it might work out. We'll see. He needs a mustache. Some messed up teeth. I think I'm gonna make his eyes a little different. And if you guys ever want to draw like scary Peppa Pig characters, it's pretty easy to do. I would recommend doing it like this. Uh, it kind of makes it really fast. This is how I come up with a lot of my concepts. I just play around. I think I'm going to make his eyes bug out. It's kind of hard to see right now, but you'll see what I'm doing when I turn off this bottom layer. And I was going to make his body more elongated, kind of scary. Let's see if I can pull it off. Don't really like the shape of that. I'll have to redo that. I'm not sure if I like this one yet. Oops. Let's see. Alexander. I think the bottom of his face needs a little different. I'm going to try to do the ears real quick. Get rid of this part. Not liking his chin. I think the mouth needs to go too. I'm going to change the mouth on this one. Haven't done a lot with Daddy Pig yet, so in the last Backrooms episode, there was a version of Daddy Pig that kind of crawled around, and I liked him all right, but I really need something else. And pretty much I just have two scary versions, or three. I've got the Spider Daddy Pig too. I might need to use him. That's one of my favorites. I had a lot of fun drawing that one. Oh, my brush is too big. Daddy Pig had a giant mouth. That would definitely be enough to swallow somebody whole. I'm not sure. Let's give him some teeth. I might could use that. Let's see, give him arms. Little similar to some other stuff I've done. I'm not sure if I would use that one. Just getting warmed up. Maybe I should. Could do another version of Peppa. I'm going to try that. Could never have too many scary versions of Peppa. just gonna... Oops. Gotta make another layer. Okay. What do you guys think of the new version of Pep I made for in the last episode? The tall, creepy version of Pep. I kind of like that one. It has a long neck and everything. Could give this one bigger eyes. I need some... I think I'm gonna put a bigger mouth on this one. A little bit of a chin. Mouth could be a little bigger. Ears looking a little rough. I think I'm going to make the body slightly different shaped. That's what I like to do sometimes. Kind of move the body like this, and then I'm going to trace that so that it's kind of like she's a hunchback a little bit. I get that basic body shape. I might color this one in. I kind of like this one. And I'm going to go back to Daddy Pig here in a few and try to make a better version of him. The first thing I do is never great. I always have to do something to get warmed up before I can really make something I like. That's why these videos, they take me a while sometimes. A lot of the time I end up pacing around thinking about Peppa Pig all day. The new Backrooms episode. I'm really gonna try to make it different than the last one, and I want to make it a little scarier, and kind of make it feel different. So that might take me another week or two, but it'll be worth it. And after that, I think I'm gonna go back to doing more classic Peppa EXE type of stuff. It's more stuff that's like episode 1 and 2. Um, it's nice to go off on themes for a little while, but um, I think it might be good to revisit the classic style of Peppa EXE Tales. Yeah, I'm going to color this one. I'm going to make the eyes look a little better once that's done. So just need to get these colors. Turn that off. So I need to make another layer. And this is how I make characters. I have to, make every little individual part its own layer. And then I draw it out into basic shapes. And this is going to be Peppa EXE's body. I need to take a look at Peppa again. Get this color. And there's going to be the body. So I've got that. Turn that layer off. Now I need a layer for the head. I need this color again. So now I'm going to draw the background of the head. And this is going to look a lot scarier once it has color on it, because there's some extra details I was going to add. And this isn't going to be perfect. I always have to go back and polish everything up. You don't have to be that great at drawing to do cartoons or to make animations. It does help. But, um, a lot of it is about, coming up with creative things in your head and, putting it together and stuff like that. So I'm not that great at drawing. But I do come up with ideas, and that's really what helps get that helps me make good cartoons. Need a color again. Okay. Oh, wrong color. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Just trying to color the head. I'm operating this thing with a pen right now, so it's a little different and that's going to be the background of the head. Take a look with the basic body so far. Okay, that's looking all right. Now I need to make another layer for the eyes. Probably need to work on the head a little more. Yeah, I just need to make another layer for the eyes. Okay. So I think the eyes should be kind of yellow. So draw out the basic shape of the eyeball. I'll put the pupil in later. That's going to be a part of its own. It has to move independently of the rest. There we go. And I don't know, maybe I'll add a little bloodshot. That's not going to work. I just leave it the way it is. Okay. Turn that off. I'm going to go back to the head. Look at the eyes. Okay, I need to make that a little different. Oops. Okay. No, no. Or reshape the eyes here. That one eye was not a good size. And I'm going to put a layer in behind that. So the eyes look kind of dark behind them. You find a good color for that. I think I'll use something like, I need the Peppa again. I need to get a color. What I'm doing when I do this is sampling colors off the picture of Peppa. But it's not working. There we go. I'm going to take that and make it a little darker. Okay. I'm going to make the eyes kind of have dark rings around them, you know. I need to make the pencil a little bigger. And then we're going to take a look. Oh no, I made the eyes pink. Okay. I got to change that. That's a good color. Okay. Now let's take a look at the whole head. If we can get it turned on. That's what I have so far. The body. Turn Peppa off. Alright. I think she needs a mouth. And I'll fix the eyes in a little bit. They don't look perfect yet, but it all has a polish once I'm done. Okay, so make that invisible. The body. Alright. Now I need a layer for the mouth. Need to get a color again. Oop, wrong one. Alright. Now I'm drawing a mouth. And I'll draw, I have lots of versions of Peppa that are scary that I've never used in videos. And sometimes I'll go back and, well, I can remember I drew that thing like, a month ago, and I'll use something old that I made in a video. So I like to have a collection of scary versions of all the characters. You know, it gives me an option when I need something scary. So a lot of what I do is just sitting around trying to come up with scary versions of these characters. Let me give her. I think I'm gonna give this one more of sharp teeth. We don't see that a lot. I may draw this and not even use it for another year or so, but it may show up in the Backrooms episode. I don't know yet. I want to use particularly scary things in that episode. I'm not sure what I think about this one yet. You know what I think this one is missing that I haven't done in a while? Let me find the eyes. Okay. I think this one is missing some bloody eyes. I haven't done bloody eyes in a while. So, I think I'm going to try that. Let's give her some bloody eyes. Oh man, I messed something up. Alright, it's alright. Yeah, I need to fix this. Gotta fix this part real quick. And I can put a little dark circle under the eye. Hopefully that works. Oh man, I think I know what I did wrong. I'm not used to live streaming while I do this, so I'm kind of messing things up a little bit, but that's alright. I'm going to take a look real quick. Oops. Yep. I got something going on with the eyes. I'm trying to fix. There it is. Oh, what is going on? There we go. Oh, that was worrying me. I was having problems there for a second. Oh. The rings around the eyes need to be a little bit bigger. Okay. That's how it's looking so far. I'm not sure if I like it yet, but it's just a mock-up. I might go ahead and try something different. You guys that are in here, go ahead and hit the like button so that it'll show it to more people. So if you're watching, go ahead and hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. That'd help me out. Um, I'm going to try to make another version of a character. Let's see. I have Daddy. I've already tried that. I've got a Pedro. And I've got Alexander. Maybe Baby Alexander would be a good character to... I'm going to play around with making Baby Alexander look scary. Make a rough sketch of Baby Alexander. I'm really considering putting Baby Alexander in the next episode. I was thinking about having him kind of crawl off and get lost in the back rooms, and that's sort of the point of the episode is that everybody's looking for Baby Alexander. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness, I'm writing on the wrong layer. There I am. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm having some issues because I'm not used to live streaming while I do this. So my setup isn't quite what I'm used to. But I'm getting it. And right now I'm just getting a basic shape of Baby Alexander so that I can turn him into something scarier. You could just go with a classic Alexander.exe. Always needs the messed up teeth, of course. And gonna go ahead and get his basic body shape. Trying to turn off the layer with Alexander and Pedro. They end up with something like this. I think this could work. Let's see. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to make a head. Need the mouth. Turn off that sketch. I don't know. That could be an Alexander EXE. I'm having problems with my layers right now. But and I'm not sure I'm going to use that one. I think I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try Daddy Pig one more time. I wasn't really as prepared as I should have been for this live stream, but I really want to make a good scary version of Daddy Pig. I'm going to start with the Daddy Pig's head was just a little bigger. And he had a massive teeth need to be bigger. Oops. Make the glasses just a little different. The ears. Not sure I like that one either. I'm just not having a great day when it comes to this. Um, I don't know. I could use that. I'm gonna make another concept real quick. I'll try a different idea. Trying trying the skinny version of Daddy Pig. Tall, skinny, creepy, hungry looking version. Maybe that maybe that'll work. Not sure. I'm gonna take a look at chat real quick, guys. Michael, I will definitely be using futuristic technologies in a lot of my videos. I like that too. I kind of like the sci-fi element. Uh, you'll something that you'll see more of is probably the VR machine, the UFO, and stuff like that. And I'm going to tie in a lot of that into Peppa EXE Tales. So it's going to be kind of a recurring theme. So you'll be seeing a lot of that there. I know you like the futuristic technology. Corn guy, yeah, Pedro's a trash talker in my series, as opposed to what he's like in the original series. If you notice, a lot of the characters are kind of a parody of what they are in the actual cartoon. So Pedro, is more of a trash talker. Peppa is kind of more mischievous. She's always a little too curious. Daddy Pig's kind of oblivious. It doesn't pay much attention to what's going on. Mommy Pig is sort of mean, and the cops are really dumb. That's what you kind of get with my videos. The characters' personalities aren't going to always match up, but the kind of the dark contrast there. Like you've got Peppa EXE, which is a corrupted version of Peppa Pig, and I think that's kind of the appeal of the series. But I'm gonna start drawing again. I was just taking a look at the chat and seeing what you guys were saying. Um, Sometimes when I'm drawing, I have off days and I just don't come up with anything that I like a lot. And sometimes I don't even have to try that hard, and then I get something I really like. Right now, my setup's a little different than what I'm used to, and that's kind of causing me to not like what I'm making, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna try something different. Maybe with Peppa. Because I made one version of Peppa that is all right. I'm gonna try to make another one. And when I'm making these things, I might add feet or hands to them. But usually, even if they look a little off, it's always really rough, and it's just to give me an idea of basically where I'm going to put them. So if the hands or feet are a little too big or too small, it's always something that I polish up before it's all said and done. So, um, and I do like putting the hollow, empty eyes on some of the characters. Sometimes it adds a really creepy element. Um, Sometimes I feel like I'm, doing different versions of things that I've already done, but every once in a while I'll come up with something that's just like, wow, why didn't I do that before? Um, I think the mouth needs a little bit bigger on this one. But as soon as I get the more of the backrooms, the real backrooms episode done, I'll post some previews, and I'll probably be putting some shorts up. The first one might be up today. Uh, Shorts from the other videos, and uh, possibly from this next video. So I'm gonna color in the mouth for right now because I'm gonna put some different kind of teeth in there. But I think the mouth needs to be about that big. I was thinking about doing some sort of contest, fan art contest, where you guys could send in scary pictures of Peppa or whoever, characters from the show, and I could do something where we pick a winner on live stream. I'm gonna think more about that, get that set up. I'll let you guys know. I know that a lot of you are really into drawing and animation. Uh, I'm gonna work something out. Now, I know these feet aren't exactly the right size. It's just a concept. I always polish this stuff up later, just to give me an idea where things would be. I don't know. I kind of like the eyes on this one. I'm not sure about the mouth. I don't know. I'm not sure I like that one. I'm gonna keep trying, guys. I'm gonna make something that I like. And this is how it usually goes. I'll make several versions and just play around with stuff until I finally find something that works. And I don't think I've found anything yet. Not here. So I'm going to need to keep trying. You know, to make the normal soulless Peppa, I would usually do something like that. And then I would put the mouth really big. And then you get the big hollow eyes. And that's how you draw a soulless Peppa. You know, it's just a basic shape. You know, I've got a few different versions of this one. I've done a lot of variations on something like this. I think I'm going to change the eyes. Really just playing around there. Just gotta erase all this. I think I'm gonna do something a little different with the eyes. And that would be a basic soulless Peppa. But my plan here is to try to do something a little different with the bottom of the eyes. Trying to give an illusion of not being very healthy. You know, the hungrier or the more unhealthy something can look, it does add to the creepiness. So bags under the eyes, stuff like that. Not liking these bags though. Not liking them. And that's a basic soulless Peppa, but I'm not, you know, I've done this a lot. You know, some of the new tall creepy Peppa, I was thinking about doing a mouth like this on that one. Really just playing around there. Oh, you got a bad angle there. Oh, I'm having difficulties today. Some days are better than others for this stuff. Trying to get a different kind of a mouth going. This looks a little different. I might be able to work with something like this. It's just a basic representation of teeth here. Something long and sharp. I think something like this should be, I don't know. I think I need to have the body in a different position. I think I could work with that. Something like that I can use. Okay. It's looking a little better. Try to do the body real quick. A little more of a hunch. No, I'm gonna have to undo that. It's not working. Try something more like just a longer version of Peppa's current body. I don't think the body position is right. I'm gonna have to move that a little bit. And I'm just using this bottom layer as like a guide. So I'm guessing it probably needs to be more like this. And I'm just using the bottom part of Peppa's body as a guide to where this thing's body should be. Not sure I'm liking that either. Not quite what I was wanting yet. Give us some long arms. It ended up being something like that. I'm not quite sure I like the body on this thing, but the face is definitely something I could work with. Maybe a variation of this, something a little more stretched. Its mouth could definitely be used to swallow something whole. Something really basic. I'm gonna try a different. So I'm really just cycling through concepts here. And this is what I do usually until I find something that I like or something that looks particularly creepy. I haven't really come up with anything like that yet on this stream, but this is how it's done. This is how I work on it. Sometimes I'll just sit here, play around with the face. That's not gonna work. You know, I was gonna make like a zombie apocalypse episode at some point, but I really need zombie versions of all the characters. try something stretched. A little stretched and distorted. Not really sure I'm liking that either. I'm going to keep going with different concepts. Tongue. Not really sure I like that one. Keep trying different concepts here. Yeah, I'm really. A lot of these are just different versions of Peppa's I've already done, and sometimes it takes me a while to cycle through different concepts and find something new or different. I usually keep going until I do. So what I'm trying to think of something new here. So, um, I'm gonna try something else. I need to take this back layer, turn it just a little bit so I can get the hook nose. Probably not. Needs to be moved just a little bit. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Thinking of something that's kind of melted. I did a lot of melting of different characters in the last episode. And maybe a little bit of bug eyes. I don't think I like those eyes. Try something more like this. The front of the eye would come out. And the pupils be something like that. Turn that off and see what that looks like. I might use something like that. Alright guys, I will probably post a short later today. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask or anything like that? I'm gonna turn around here and take a look at the chat. Um, we can talk about the next episode if you want. You know, my drawing concepts aren't going great today. That always is different day to day. So I'll post some more stuff later if any of these get polished up and finished. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna start taking a look at chat. Let me know, guys, if there's anything in particular you want to see out of episode 7. It's going to be the real Backrooms. So, this is going to be another Backrooms episode. It's going to be a little different. If there's any kind of monster or any situation that you want to see in episode 7, go ahead and ask, and I'll do everything I can to, make it something you guys want to watch. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to take a quick break. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I was saying, if you have any kind of requests or anything you want to see, uh, just let me know. You can comment on posts or in here. I always try to take suggestions. Um, that should be coming out pretty soon. I think I'm gonna change this guy up a little bit, or not this guy, but Peppa. Some days I am doing better at this than others. um, this is kind of a melted Peppa. I'm gonna turn off the pep underneath and see what that looks like. I think the eyes could be a little different. I could use something like that. Um, I'm gonna keep going with concepts though. Not really liking that one a whole lot. I will definitely be using more backrooms entities in the next episode of the backrooms. I was planning on that. I will look into more backrooms levels and do a little more research on that, uh, so that I produce something that lines up with the backrooms. I will definitely do a little more research. I might play the backrooms game again later. um, if I do, I'll live stream it. I don't think I'm going to be doing it this time, but uh, you know, I'm going to I'm going to try to make another concept for a scary Peppa. I'm just not having a good day with that today. It's just how it goes. But um, I really like the Eldritch Peppa. Did you guys see that I made for the last episode? I really I was happy with that one, and I ended up doing the head for that one with something kind of like this, and then you know it's kind of got a skinny look to it. And sometimes I pull this stuff off, and I'm not even trying that hard, you know, and it just ends up that way, and I like it. And then other times I'll sit here like I'm doing right now, and I'll try and try to get something, and it don't come out looking right. So some days are better than others. Sometimes I don't have to try at all, and other times it just hits you like a ton of bricks. See, I haven't got the mouth right. Try something more like this. And if you guys ever see one of these channels that's they name all their videos Peppa EXE Tales, don't watch them, guys, because they're just copying off of me and they're doing everything they can to try to steal my art and stuff like that. And it's really annoying. Then there was a few of them. I had some of them kind of taken care of, but I see new ones pop up all the time. So don't even give them any attention. Uh, I think I could do something with this. Turn off the other layer. I don't dislike this concept. I need to change the body up a little bit, though. I'm not sure about the body. No. There's something I'm not liking about this part of the face. Yeah, I might have to do something different. Try. Let me try Pedro for a minute. Maybe I can pull something off different with him. This will probably be one of the last ones I'm doing. I'm not having great luck with it today, but you know, I'm sure some days are gonna be better than others. I'm gonna find a different game and I'll live stream that next time. Next weekend, I'll probably have a live stream where um, I was thinking about doing some kind of challenge where when I die in the game I'm playing, I have to draw a new character. I'll be a little more prepared for that next time. Today is just not a great day for creating characters for me, apparently. But my setup is kind of messed up compared to what I'm used to. I'm sitting in a different area. All my controls are sitting in different places, so it's not it's not really what I'm used to. So that's what's giving me problems here. Try something different with Pedro. I wonder what a soulless Pedro would look like. Oh, that might work. I could see this. Okay. Yeah, I could see a soulless Pedro. Alright. Definitely gonna need hollow eyes, glasses. Yeah, I could do that. I might go with that concept. Mm. I like the melted one too. I think I'm gonna polish that one up a little bit later. I need to have my setup better to where I can do it. But when I do polish any of these up and make a finished version, I will post them up in the community tab for you guys to see. Uh, I might start doing things where I have lots of different versions of characters, and I let you guys vote on which one you like more, and then I'll use that to make a decision about whether or not I'm going to use it in a video. Uh, as far as these go, I might have made two or three that I like. The melted one, I might use that. Um, but I could also make, you know, it's kind of like a melted version of Pedro. Yeah, I'm not sure. Um, that could work too. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming and checking out the stream. I don't have any sneak previews I can really show you right now. I only have a very limited amount of things done for the next episode. I'm working on that today. I'll post previews and stuff though as they come in, and on the next live stream, I do have some really old cartoon corruption videos that I had taken down. But I might show some of those on the next stream, and I'll definitely show you guys some previews. As some new character concepts come in, I'll be posting those to the community tab. I'll be asking for you guys' opinions. Um, I'm definitely going to look into backrooms entities to use in the next episode. Um, I really appreciate you guys. Be sure to hit the like button and let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time.